Yeah!
Yes, GRP, back again. Larry Olabamiwo.
The ball peanut head, Damien Ashley.
And
Mr. L. Brock.
we got 2 cameras running today. Two cameras running today.
Budget's gone up.
Yeah. So,
like £10. We got £10 to play with.
Yeah, that's about it. Just for electricity bill.
Mr. Rock's got his own seat today, I mean?
Yeah.
But
I've got to be snuggly over here. We're working on the free seats. We'll get there.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's great to be back. And as always, we're here as gym rats and actors giving you our perspective on everything entertainment, especially movies and TV. And our first story is a little bit of a controversial one. Yes, Richard Dreyfuss has been in the news saying that the Oscars inclusion requirements makes him vomit. Now, I agree with him about that, but then he goes on to make certain statements which none of us agree with. But we'll read. This comes to us via the Hollywood Reporter. So it says, Richard Dreyfuss is criticising the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, otherwise known as the Oscars, new diversity and inclusion requirements. The Jaws actor told Margaret Hoover on Friday's episode of PBS's Firing Line that the minimum requirements films will have to meet related to representation and inclusion to be eligible for the Best Picture Oscar make me vomit, quotes. This is an art form, he continued. It's also a form of commerce and it makes money, but it's an art. And no one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give in to the latest, most current idea of what morality is. In 2020, the Academy announced that it would be rolling out inclusivity standards in 2021 to encourage equitable representation on and off screen in order to better reflect the diversity of the movie-going audience. And beginning in 2024, films will have to meet the minimum requirement to be considered for the Best Picture Award. Now, I'm not going to read into too many things. You can talk about the Othello thing after. Well, I'm going to talk about. But I want to just tackle something that he said that was very controversial. The American graffiti actor then proceeded to defend Laurence Olivier's performance in the 1965 film Othello, in which Olivier played a Shakespeare lead role in blackface. He played a black man brilliantly, Dreyfuss told Hoover. Am I being told that I will never have a chance to play a black man? Is someone else being told that if they're not Jewish, they wouldn't play the Merchant of Venice? Are we crazy? Do we not know what that art is art? This is so patronizing. It's so thoughtless and treating people like children. I'll leave that there.
You should have stopped when you had a good point, Richard, and then you just trailed off and went down the fucking shithole.
Yeah. Damien?
Right. Okay. Richard, I have been a fan since Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Damn it! This is not the encounter I want to have with you right now.
This is the fourth kind.
Yes. So, where do we start? George is about to eat your ass. Look, okay, when we had Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface, it was a send-up about how controversial white people are by doing that. And we knew that at the time. When the Wayans did White Chicks, it was the same thing. It's a send-up. Othello is a character of tragedy about a Moor is coming over. It's about a time where slaves were a big period of conversation. And to not have a black actor play that, and for you to say a guy playing a straight role in terms of the straightness, the authenticity of the piece, should blacken up for it, is legitimate. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm going to be the first one to say that you are an absolute masterclass when it comes to an actor, but that statement completely slaps every single other comment you've just made back about 50 spaces. Because there's no legitimacy to what you just said, and it's rife of bollocks. I'm sorry. That's how I'm put it. It's just
That was so succinct to me. How do we follow
It
that?
was succinct until you finish your words, and then you were like,
No. That was like a beautiful ending.
Liam, like,
Listen, so we agree that we agree with what he's saying in the beginning.
100%.
Because we're not one of those that just write off everything someone says. There's always sense in nonsense.
Yeah.
So the sense is we don't agree with
the inclusivity.
the inclusivity.
it's not a checkbox.
We've been around that before.
Yeah.
We haven't got enough black people in.
Yeah.
We need 3 Indians, 1 Chinese,
One trans.
1 trans, 1 black guy,
Yeah.
and they're not usually the best for the job.
Yeah.
We just want the best for the job. If the film's not worth getting into the Oscars, it don't belong there. I don't want it. Well, this is the ethnic category. Yeah, this is the bone that we threw to them. Yeah, and this was the best film here.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I don't want none of that. I want it to be, you know, on the level, and that comes from the diversity of the people on the panel and how they are picked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. It don't come from just because there's legal obligations now. Oh, we have to look at this Negro film. You know, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I want the panel to be diverse. All different people, all different walks of life, all different producers, a director, this, or that, you know, and then we're going to get the outcome. So this feels like it's just for the sake of it. But as for the rest of it, I couldn't have put it better myself. Damien summed it up.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He did a
with that,
good
actually.
job.
I can't even lie.
So
Do you know what? See, my thing, because Damien brought up white chicks, yeah, and I've always said, like, people who try and argue it's the same as blackface are complete morons. Blackface was done. If you study the history of blackface, it was done to mock black people, not a send up, not a, you know, oh, I'm trying to, you know, do a comedy skit. It was to mock black people. This is the whole point, you know, gollywogs and stuff and so on and so forth. So there's that part of it, right? And then it goes to Damien's other point. So you couldn't find one black actor to play that role.
Sidney Poitier wasn't around at that point.
Right? Do you know what I mean? Like,
he was there.
come on,
1965,
let's get it right. Like, use like, remember they did the same with Mickey Rooney as well. He played a Chinese man. They put some glasses on. No, they took the piss. Like, and for you to say you will not be told what's the latest trend in morality, that's always been immoral. I don't know where you're getting this from. That now it's the latest. As far as blackface is concerned, that's always been immoral.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
it's not the latest.
Right. It's always been immoral. I get where you're coming from with the whole trans and this and that. That's a recent thing. But as far as blackface is concerned, that's always been immoral.
We were never happy with it.
Right. Do you know what I mean? And so, and to Damien's point about Robert Downey Jr., that was not blackface because he was sending up people doing blackface.
Yeah. He starts off by taking a piss out of white actors going, oh, look at the reaches they'll go to basically play a part. And the method actors getting drunk and now he's doing pigmentation. It was a send-up. It was there for that purpose.
And also, to Damien schooling me about this beforehand, off camera, he went to quite a few actors, black actors, to say, look, should I do this?
And how should I do it?
Yeah,
why should I do it?
Exactly.
What's the point?
And they were cool.
like, hell yeah.
Do it. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, Richard Dreyfuss, I know you're an old bod, and a lot of old bods are stuck in their ways, and you've obviously always thought like this because this ain't a recent phenomenon. You've always thought like this, and now you're old and decrepit. You think, yeah, well, no one's going to care about my ass no more. So I might as well say what I really think.
Yeah. I'm a toy down the pram.
And the thing is, I don't mind.
No, do you know what?
Say what you believe.
True, but
Let
what
it
you
out.
believe is bullshit.
Yeah.
What you believe is bullshit.
But I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Before you go.
No, fair enough, fair
Yeah,
enough.
I wanna
But he
hear
knows he's only saying this now because he's not working no more. He's an old man. He's not getting no work no more.
Yeah.
So, because he wouldn't have said this 20, 30 years ago, because they would have said, all right, bye-bye, you ain't seeing no more work.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I
30
mean?
years ago, might have got away with it.
Oh, well, actually,
15 years ago,
Yeah,
you would have said
15
it.
years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So I agree with you on the first point. Although I'm not an American, I'm from the UK, but I'm glad that the UK never used the quota system that they do in America with, you know, the affirmative action. I always thought that was the wrong way to go about creating equity amongst black people, because that means that the best man for the job doesn't always get the job because you're doing a tick box exercise.
That's the
Do you know
whole
what I mean?
problem with this idea of diversity, because as to Leon's point, we're not here for you to tick a box. We're here if you're the best person for the job, you get the job, because the best project will be made out of that. If you're just ticking a box, we have no idea if that project's going to be any good.
Yeah.
If you're just making sure you fill a quota, it means you have no care or passion for the project you're making. It's just a business, financial, and statistics thing.
Exactly.
Correct.
So
Richard Dreyfuss, I don't want to hear no more.
You got one foot in the grave, Bridget. Just relax yourself, yeah? You got that dry foot in the grave already, man. Just chill. Chill, man. But yeah, man, listen. What do you guys think about this? I mean, like we said at the Gym Rat Pack, we don't agree with this whole inclusivity thing, but we do think blackface is out of order.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comments down below, yeah?